And here we are now at the second plate match of the Unsquashable Premier League at Squash XL. Thanks to John.Duggan for putting on this event for a number of New Zealand's top domestic players. The top-ranked player is Joel Ascott with a ranking of 235. But with me now is Tim Wachalisi, and Tim, you have a ranking of 337. Do you actually know your ranking all the time? Do you keep tabs on it?
Yeah. We often check it every month when it changes. So yeah, we do.
I guess you sort of feel between, say, you and Joel, who you practice with every day. I'm sure there's 100 places, but it doesn't mean that much. Between 235 and 337 isn't that much, is it?
Yeah, no. I think once you break that top 200 mark, it's quite hard to move up. But when you're a bit lower down in the sort of 300s, it's quite easy to move up with just one good result.
Right, well, let's look at these two players here, Leo FATIALOFA and Jack Condor. Leo there serving in the blue, and Jack Condor the white. And both teenagers. And here we go, we're just adjusting a couple of things here. We'll seem to be back with you right now. So and Jack Condor, he is 18, I believe, whereas Leo FATIALOFA has just turned 17, the youngest player here at this tournament. The oldest player is only 21.
Yeah.
So everybody is
quite young.
Yeah, fairly young, and it's good though, the competition to see everybody get going.
It's good movement here by Jack.
What can you expect from these two players? I mean, they're both young. FATIALOFA showed a lot of speed on the court yesterday. Showed really athletic, and Jack Condor, well, he's just really determined.
Yeah, he's a really determined player. I think Leo's a little bit quicker off the mark, but Jack's got some really good endurance in his legs, so it'll be a good test between these two. It's good movement, as you can see there by Jack.
And Leo FATIALOFA from the Henderson Squash Club in West Auckland, whereas Jack Condor, well, not too far away at the Teturangi Rackets Club, also in West Auckland as well. Jack Condor plays with his heart on his sleeve just about every single point. You'll see that.
Yeah, always.
And he loves to hit a winner rather than stay out there for longer, but things may change. And certainly good experience for both of these players to be on the glass court and also to have vision to be live streamed around the world. And also to be around other players, whether it's players with PSA rankings. That's just about everybody here does have a PSA ranking, but just to be around others and learn.
It's that first bit of exposure for some of us, so it's quite cool to have that so early on in our careers.
For you, I mean, you're still a teenager, albeit just for another few months.
Yeah.
Have you been, when you've been around professional players, whether it's Paul Cole when he's been here briefly, or other players who have played at more of a pro level, have you learnt off them?
Yeah, definitely. I think you just try and soak up everything you can when you're with those top players. I know Joel recently went to the World Teams Championships end of last year, and he said it was an amazing experience. And he just started seeing what all those top players do for their warm-ups, how they approach each match. He said it quite a lot.
touch.
Shot. Jack saving a few game balls here.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where he's perhaps learning or perhaps needing to learn the patience. He's just saved a couple. Much better rally. Taking their time.
Probably the longest rally of the match here. Ooh.
Oh, and welcome back into this, the second game of the second plate match of the Unsquashable Premier Squash League here in Auckland. This particular match, two of New Zealand's best juniors. We have in the blue, Leo FATIALOFA, and in the white t-shirt, that is Jack Condor. And Temwa Chalishi, you were expecting this to happen in this match, that FATIALOFA just a little bit too consistent, taking out the first game?
Yeah, I think Leo did really well at containing Jack, because Jack can really run all day and pick up a lot of balls. But it looked like Leo had his shots on point in that first game. He's also started well in the second game too. I think he's had that little bit more experience on this glass court.
Oh, some good control there by Condor in the end.
Getting a bit too trigger happy there, Leo.
Yeah. And feel free to send us a message on the PSA YouTube. We're happy to answer it. Just remembering that these are two of the better juniors from New Zealand at the moment, and also that no one has picked up a squash racket in anger in a match for 7 or 8 weeks. It was the first match yesterday. So there's a little bit of rawness to every player. We'll see what happens over the next 4 weeks as we play possibly, arguably, the first elite sport in New Zealand, let alone many other places in the world. Yes, there has been some darts, there's been UFC, football this morning in the Bundesliga. Certainly in New Zealand, this is a first, and it's great to have squash around the world, wherever you are. Let's hope it can get back on its feet once every country gets itself stable. You agree with that?
Yeah, I think I do agree with that one.
You kind of have to, because Heather Finlay's not too far away.
Yeah, exactly. I have to be careful what I say there.
Yeah, and she'll be umpiring your match as well, so...
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There hasn't been too many calls, though, actually, in this match so far.
Yeah, I think the whole tournament, actually, yesterday and today so far, I think everybody... Maybe tomorrow or maybe in the next week, people are a bit more competitive with each other, but...
Yeah.
So far, everybody's been okay. So a message there from Michael in Australia saying they have to wait until June at least for squash to get underway again in Australia. Good rally here into the corner.
Jack doing a lot of work on this rally.
Fadial has been controlling this rally. A lot of coverage by Jack.
A good way to finish the rally there by Leo.
Yeah, controlled it very well.
Yeah, very good rally.
Yes, unfortunately for Australia and New Zealand, the Trans-Tasman Junior competition, well, that has been rescheduled, and a variety of other tournaments having to be cancelled. World Juniors, in fact, as well, so that's really tough for all players, whether it's their first or last year in the World Juniors, just having it cancelled completely, and we really feel for all people in the juniors and for those organising the tournament in Australia as well.
Yeah, it's really gutting.
But meanwhile, back to this particular match, this plate match. Jack Condor playing consistent, or more consistent in this, the second game. You can see the talent there.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's definitely one of the more hungry players on court. Always plays his heart out, gives it everything. Definitely some longer rallies here today in comparison to yesterday, I think.
Also, warmer conditions were in the afternoon, not the evening. Yesterday evening was quite cool, whereas today is...
It's a lot more, a lot more sunny, yeah, you're right.
We've got the door open.
Yeah, exactly. It's not freezing.
And there we go. I think we have a message there saying that Jack is still 17. He'll turn 18 in December.
Oh, there we go.
Apologies for that, Jack.
It's a great lob there by Jack.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he can do with this. You know, the 3-point advantage, only 2 points away from taking the game. This is where we're really going to see the mental strength of either player.
Yeah, you're right. This is when that experience really starts to kick in the later stage of the game. Good work down the backhand wall here.
Not quite. Got a bit of a grimace with Green. Is he okay?
I think so. He'll walk it off. Tough boy. Leo starting to show his experience here, I think.
It's those last 2 points. You know you can do it.
Always the hardest to get those last 2 points.
Nice pick up. Oh.
Some great pickups from both parties there. Great shot there from Leo. I think that's his favourite shot.
Well, it was almost a fake. You'd call it a fake in basketball because I was expecting it to go down the forehand. I think Jack was as well, but he just moved it across the court into the backhand.
Got me with that a couple times last night too.
Nice disguise, good fake.
Yeah, good racket preparation.
Oh.
The tricky one down the middle.
Disappointing there for Jack because he was up 9-6 at one stage.
9-6, yeah.
But then just let it go. And back now for the third game of this, the second plate contest of the Unsquashable Premier League. It is Leo FATIALOFA against Jack Condor, two 17-year-olds. FATIALOFA taking the first, and in fact the second as well, in what's been an entertaining contest between these two young players, with Condor having the opportunity in the second. He was up 9-6 but dropped that 11-9 at the end. But certainly playing a very good game and forcing FATIALOFA to really play his strengths. quite. And Tim Chalisi, I've been impressed with Jack the way he's focused, or appeared to have focused a lot more in this match than perhaps the first game yesterday.
Yeah. I think something Jack does really well is always play the same no matter the scoreline. So he's really good at hanging in even when he's 2-love down. And I think a lot of players tend to give up. Leo catching him out with that middle shot again.
I'll just remind people that we do have the 2 semi-finals coming up this afternoon. And the first semi-final will be Joe Arscott against Elijah Thomas. Both there with pretty good world rankings on the PSA Tour. Elijah is still 17. And then Tim, you'll take on Anthony Leppard. That'll be a good one because have you played him that often?
Yeah, we played quite a few times because we were the same age group in juniors. So we've had many battles together, me and Anthony.
And both players looking at the umpire, Heather Finlay. Both wanting different things.
I think I agree with that call there. That was a good call.
Certainly all players enjoying getting on the court. There's been the odd question, but it hasn't really been a question with the determination and the aggression sometimes that some players really give out. There's been a few smiles on court.
Yeah, you do. Just looks like everyone's enjoying being back on the court, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So just a reminder, this is the first time for all of these players they've been able to take on match practice for 7 to 8 weeks in New Zealand. New Zealand now down to level 2 of the lockdown, which means pretty much you can do most things, but not in a big crowd. I think that's the nicest way of putting it.
Yeah, I think it's spot on there.
So for gatherings and sporting events such as this, you can have 10 people in the venue, no more. We've got 8 players. Because it is a double-sided, double-storied venue, you can have a few more upstairs, but no spectators. So an unusual thing there that you can't really have coaches or friends or family here to watch.
Yeah. Don't quite have that same atmosphere as you would at a normal tournament.
A nice play.
There it is again, Leo's favourite shot.
He holds the ball very well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
The ball's
yeah.
just held on the racket and gives him the time to figure out where his opponent is and put it in the other corner.
Yeah, he's got great racket preparation and good court awareness as well of what his player's about to do. He can just change at the last minute.
Nice work. So there we go, 7-3 to Fatialofa. Just turned 17 on Wednesday. Whereas Jack Condor, he's 17, we turning 18 in December. A great opportunity for all of these players to get on the court. They're all young, oldest at 21. And play competition squash on a glass court as well.
Jack did well to keep his frustration in there.
Yeah. work down the backhand side in this rally. Nice running from Condor, staying in the rally.
Oh, and a great shot there by Jack. Showing his touch under pressure there, Jack Conde.
Exactly, it was in the backhand, deep in the backhand corner, and to put it across court like that, and keep it dropping low,
Yeah,
good skills.
it's Shabana like.
I'll come back, and the last 2 points. And we hope you're enjoying the coverage of squash from Squash XL. Just nice to actually get players back on the court. So he's fought very nicely on this, the third game, Jack Condor and the white. Last 3 points.
Rally's starting to get a bit longer at the end of this game.
Yeah.
Game 3.
It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch because we've got 2 teams out there really competing.
Yeah. Oh, great shot there by Leo.
Yeah, there we go. Can he take it in 3? Can he take it in straight? And certainly, let's see what he can do on this. Leo FATIALOFA, 17-year-old from Henderson Squash Club. Not quite.
Second time lucky, maybe.
Yeah.
Great way to finish there.
Yeah. Good dedication, but not quite in the end. And a victory in straight games to Leo FATIALOFA.